Well, first of all, everybody needs to know that fasting as an ascetic practice is not required. You don't have to fast in Buddhism. It's like extra brownie points. You can do it if you want, but we decided to try it, and not just me. That there was 3 or 4. It was a lot more than that. There was at least a dozen people tried it, maybe even more than that. And it's called a secret school dharma, which means it's one of the dharma doors of cultivation, meaning that it's not for everybody. Some people don't have it's not their way of cultivating. It's not really best for them. Other people, it's okay to do it. It takes a really good knowing advisor to help you do that. And I was fortunate because the master had that ability to help us directly. And so when we fasted, the master used to tell us, everybody can fast for up to 10 days without worrying about anything. You don't need any special preparation. You don't have to do any secret school dharmas. You can just fast for 10 days and don't drink too much water. Keep it to about a glass of water a day. You can do it on your own. You don't have to have special guidance. But anything over that, you need a special guide, somebody who really knows what they're doing. And unfortunately, in this world today, there's not too many of those around. But at that time, that was the first time we fasted. I think we just did a week or 10 days or something. And then the master says, if you're really interested, you can do 18 days, but that requires some preparation. Because it's a secret school dharma door, we can't tell everybody what that preparation is. It's not that big of a deal, but there is preparation, and if it's not done correctly, you can get yourself in trouble. And then we did the 18. Some got through it and some didn't. And then later on, a few months later, the master said, okay, the way this dharma door goes is you can do, let's see, what was it? There's 18, 36, 72, and 6 months.
6 months. Oh my goodness. Not eating for 6 months?
Yeah. So, and then after 6 months, you don't need to be fed anymore. The gods will feed you. That's the dharma. So,
wow.
And there was apparently a bhikshuni in Hong Kong who did that, who's able to, we call it living off the food of the gods.
Wow.
He never ate again. It seems impossible, doesn't it? But it's, so we did 18 together. And I found that the master at that time did give us a mantra, but it's a secret school mantra. Everybody even had a different one. We had 2 or 3 months to do it. At that time, I was a layman. And Sifu went to each one of us who were fasting and gave us a mantra to recite according to our conditions. So I can't tell you with the mantra, and even if I did tell you, it wouldn't be any good for you. So it's nothing special in the sense of what it sounded like or anything. It was just probably something that accords with my particular obstructions more than anything else. And then we did 18. And after that, I found that the most difficult thing in a fast is the first week is difficult because you're really hungry and false thinking about food all the time. But after that, my mind at least settled down, and I wasn't so driven by that false thought. But after 18 days, getting off the fast was the hard part, because you can't just go eat food again. You have to slowly get off the fast. You can't just dump a bunch of food in your mouth. You'll probably die. It's just your system just go into shock. It's too much. So the master always told us when you come off a fast, you eat rice joe, basically rice gruel, just like a soup. You make rice into a soup, rice joe. And you eat that. No salt, no pepper, no butter, no nothing, no oil, nothing. Just rice joe. It's tasteless. He says you eat that for 3 days. And that was really hard, because as soon as your body feels food going into it, the false thinking mind just balloons up like a huge balloon. It just goes wild. It wants you to eat everything in sight. And some of us couldn't. There was one person who couldn't handle it. He went over to the refrigerator late at night and just gobbled everything up. You could see in the refrigerator, and he got really, really sick. Shifu had to come down and help him. But we did that 18, and then we did, after that, a few months later, we did 30. Some of us did not, I forget how many people did that, but we did 36-day. And we did a 36, and that was something, that was during a Chan session, a 36-day Chan session. So we did that. I was still a layman. And that was, you really get, how do I say this? Light and easy, zizai, well, I don't know the Chinese for it. Anyway, your whole body, because you're starving to death, your whole body but your mind is very light. Everything is very light after about halfway through it on further. Another thing the master told us is, just because you're doing an ascetic practice, you can't be special. You can't be special from all the other people. So everybody here at Gold Mountain, we go through the ceremonies. We do Zalka, Wangka, Shangung. Well, we're doing a Chan session, so we didn't do Zalka, Wangka, and Shangung, but we did eat every day. So he says, you people who are doing this fast have to go into the dining hall and sit with everybody while they eat. That was really tough, because you smell the food, you hear everybody eating, and you have to just sit there. And that was really, that's really tough. And it took a while to get used to that.
Somebody asked, did you lose any weight after fasting for 35 days? I remember seeing a picture. It looks pretty bad. You guys look pretty bad in your picture.
Yeah, it looked like we got out of a POW camp or something.
Yeah.
My mother was not very happy with me for doing that. She worked for a doctor and she knew about these things. He says, you're really damaging yourself. She didn't know anything about Buddhism. She was not happy at all that I did that.
第四种的这个头陀行叫什么？就解量识。解量识啊，解就是有节制，量就是有数量，吃东西啊，不要说这个东西好吃，吃完了又想吃，吃完了又想吃，这就没有解量。无论怎么好吃的东西，我每一天吃2碗饭吗？我一定就吃2碗，不能说这个东西不好吃，我吃1碗，好吃我吃3碗啊，就把自己没有解量了。每一个行头陀行的出家应该本来吃2碗可以饱，我吃1碗饭，解量，少吃一点，这叫解量，解量吃。